Mr. Joe. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Livingston Parish Regular Council meeting. Today is Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Mr. Joe, you have the invocation. Ms. Sandy, will you call the roll?
Ms. Sandifer. Yes. Mr. Wascom. Here. Mr. Erdy.
Here.
Mr. Mangus.
Present.
Mr. Watts. Here. Mr. Shavers.
Here.
Mr. Goff.
Here.
Mr. Taylor.
Here.
And Mr. Coates. Here. Everybody's present.
Everybody's present. All right. All notifications have been sent out and the media is present. Please remember to mute all cell phones. If anyone wishes to address any agenda item, we ask that you fill out a card and present it to the Ms. Watts over here, and she'll let us know. You'll get 3 minutes. If you do not fill out a card, you'll get 2 if you feel compelled to speak on an item. When you address the council, address only the council, nobody in the audience. Please be respectful. If you have any questions, you can ask that questions, and if the council desires, they'll answer that question after you have sat down. All right. We don't have any presentations tonight. 9, adoption of the minutes. Rescind LPR number 25-333, adoption the minutes of October 9, 2025, regular council meeting of the Livingston Parish Council, and the September 25th, 2025, Cuban Crossing Economic Development, and readopt both in full. We should have that. It should be the October 9th and the September 2025 meeting, right? Both October 9th. Okay. Do we have a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus, second by Councilman Coates. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. B, adopt. So we have to, now do we have to re-adopt them? Okay. Okay. Thank you. B, October 23rd, 2025, regular council meeting. This is for the minutes. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion by Councilman Wascom, second by Councilman Coates. All in favor say aye. Aye. All right, the adoption of the minutes for November 6th, 2025, regular council meeting of Livingston Parish Council. Do we have a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus, second by Councilman Erdy. All in favor say aye. Aye. Introduction of an ordinance. An ordinance amending LP ordinance number 25-22, adoption of the October 9th meeting 2025 to clarify provisions related to redemption of bonds and provide for the matters in conjunction within Jim Ryan. So this is an introduction of ordinance. Do we have a motion?
Can I read it?
Yes.
To the record?
Read it by title, please, Ms. Sandy.
Okay. This is proposed ordinance 25-30. It's an ordinance amending LP ordinance number 25-22, adopted October 9th, 2025, to clarify certain provisions related to redemption of the bonds and provide for other related matters in conjunction therewith. The public hearing is going to be December 4th at 6 p.m.
December 4th, 6 p.m. Do we have a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Watts. Second by Councilman Wascom. Vote on your iPad. All right, that passed unanimous with 9 yeses. Number 11, Parish President's Report. Adopt a resolution authorizing the Parish President to execute a intergovernmental agreement between the Livingston Parish Council and Louisiana Department of Transportation for State Project number H.0120068, FAP number H.0120068 for detour route for bridge replacement on Lockhart Road. Robert Dugas. You want to hit the mic button? There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
This is a request by DOTD, the bridge on Lockhart, right there by War II. They're in the process of designing and putting that permanent bridge in. They requested to detour. Normally they don't detour on a local road, but at that location, that would mean that they would have to detour Burgess Road all the way around to 16.
Won't be Burgess. It'll have to be Linder and...
No, Linder's a parish road. So I'm telling you, what I'm saying, if they use state routes, it would be Burgess all the way to Denham up 16 would be the only way route.
All right.
So their request is to use Cockram, to go from Cockram to 16 as the detour route.
All right.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Councilman Goff. Second. Yes, second by Councilman Mangus. Go ahead.
That's DOTD?
Mike.
Yes, sir.
DOTD?
Yes.
How long do they expect that to?
I don't have any detail. Like I say, this is the beginning of, normally they try to get all this stuff
Yeah.
kind of administratively done as they're designing. I can get that information as it becomes available.
Okay, good, because 8 years or something, like in Jubin, that's not acceptable.
All right. Councilman Coates.
Mr. Dugas, what, do we know what the weight limit is on Cockrell?
So the weight limit, it's all of the bridges and the road surface and everything is rated for the same thing as Lockhart, so.
Okay,
I don't
that's
think
that
there's
was
an
the
issue. Yeah,
question.
we don't have any bridges or anything that would have a load limit on them.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous with 9 yeses. All right. 12, adopt a resolution to approve the comprehensive request for a contract amendment totaling $15,000 with WSP USA Incorp. regarding the Phase 3 project as previously proposed to support revisions in the Unified Development Code, correspondence to review the Unified Development Code with stakeholders, and meeting attendance for the legislative approval, which will extend to the contract with January 31st, 2026. Councilman Goff.
Okay, so I met with them briefly, and after some lengthy discussion, I don't know if y'all have any questions for Mr. Mickey or not. He's walking. Yeah. He's like, you got it. So after meeting with them at length, so we're at the finish line, and there is still some work that needs to be done for the Unified Development Code that's going to take some additional time. Not a lot of time, but like a couple meetings with each one of the council members to get the Unified Development Code to a point where we can adopt it. So that's what this additional funds are for. Their contract, in my personal opinion, says that they should provide that, and that should be the finished product that they give to us. But after looking at all the stuff that we've been through as a parish to get this to where it's at, I think it's a reasonable request to ask for the additional funds for the $15,000. But at that point, it should be a finished product. And once the Unified Development Code is done, then we can look in the mirror at a substantial amount of accomplishments on behalf of this council and this administration. So I'll make a motion that we grant them an additional $15,000, and then that is basically for to put to completion of the whole project, which is original contract was $750,000. So the whole contract, an additional 15, and that'll put us to a completion and the revised part of the Unified Development Code with the council's input and approval and adoption.
All right, so we've got a motion by Councilman Goff. Do we have a second?
Hang on a minute.
Let's
What's
get
that
a
motion?
The motion is for 15,000.
Mr. Chairman, may I say
Yeah,
something?
absolutely, Mr. Mickey.
Mickey McMorris, Finance Director. Mr. Randy was unable to be here tonight, but he wanted me to express and thank WSP for the hard work they did. We did go through some hard times, and he wholeheartedly supports Mr. Goff on this.
Right.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I apologize. No, that's going to extend us to, the 31st of January?
Yes, sir.
Give or take, it really just depends on how, I'm hoping that we have a Unified Development Code in December to be able to approve. I think that would be the absolute.
And we will have the opportunity to meet again with WSP in any revisions.
Yes, sir. That was what the meeting was about, 2 hours long yesterday, to get us to a point where we all have the opportunity and the time to digest the Unified Development Code and have input on that. So yes, absolutely, to your question.
So that's good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so there's a motion, and is there a second? All right, second by Councilman Mangus. If you're going to request to speak, please hit there we go.
What is the motion? I just need to, that was a long motion, Ricky.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Again, that is the motion. Do you need me to repeat that, Ms. Sandy, or you got it? Please. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? I'm going to try to shorten it, but basically we are going to grant an additional $15,000 to complete the contract to complete the last part of the contract for WSP. I keep losing those names.
WSP.
So WSP to complete the Unified Development Code with input and drafts, et cetera, for a final adoption at this council.
Councilman Coates.
Mr. McMorris, do we have any expenditure reports based upon what the overage was about? I do see something in the packet here that does say it, but it's very generic. I just didn't know if we had anything to validate, because last time they were in here, they told us $15,000 was all they needed to get to the end. I'm sorry, I think, what was that? We gave them
200.
So
We
we
agreed on
didn't-
250 for the phase
So
three.
the whole contract is 750. The first part is 500 to get the first phase of it done. Then the second phase was 250. They had some overruns because of so much input which is a good thing, that everybody had, whether it be the council, whether it be the planning commission, whether it be individuals. So it kind of moved that. So that's when we adjusted the meeting times, if you remember correctly, because they was going to bill us for these different meetings, and we adjusted those meetings to absorb some of that cost. So we're still, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, we're at a $750,000 contract, and this is an additional $15,000 to finish it up. And really what the $15,000 is it's that close on the budget marker with our adjustments, but it's really to make sure that us as a council have the opportunity and the time to digest this Unified Development Code. And, time is money, and, they need to get paid for their time. So kind of like what Ryan said, it is an extension on the contract, but it's really, I just think it's necessary. Unfortunately, I think it's necessary. So,
Okay.
But I don't think there should be any additional, I'll say that because I'm concerned, but there should not be any additional request from this council for funding. And I will say this, I will not support any additional funding. This $15,000 could put us over the finish line and we're completed. And again, we can get that done before the end of January if we can work out our schedules and get our input and before the end of December, and we get it approved, would be a great start to a new year. and a great Christmas present.
So,
Any other questions?
Well,
so to answer to your question, we did meet with WSP team, and the parish president met with them, and they did say that they incurred, according to their accountants, they incurred an additional $30,000 overrun. So they would agree to do $15,000, and they would do a number of meetings. I think he said he would do 2 more meetings with each of you, but not a face-to-face maybe, but a team meeting, or maybe you can come together as a group. But he said he would do, Mr. Max I'm talking about, would do 2 more meetings with each of you, and he would attend the two meetings in December for any help. But they did provide the unified code to our office, and that was sent to
Steve
Mr. Maley's office, and Steve Irwin has been working on it. But as you remember, there was quite they actually came to the council, and it was great discussion about all the additional questions they were getting. So they did provide a list of all the calls and things like that.
okay.
So they did have an overrun of hours. And, in the best interest of the parish, $15,000 more to, to get us all the way through would be, Mr. Randy thinks that that's an acceptable thing, that they had 30 over, they willing to go with 15. So.
Okay. Did they make y'all aware at any time that, hey, we're running out, we're going into overages, prior to them coming to y'all with a $30,000 deficit?
Well, prior, so it all started that they were having overruns because of all the calls. That's when it was brought to this council's attention. We tried to work out a thing to minimize some of those calls, but that just didn't kind of work. Y'all still like to talk to them. You don't like to go through a mediator. So at that time, things were, they were saying it's still too many calls, Mr. Randy said, in the best interest of the parish, continue. So that's why we're at 30K over. They willing to do 15, which we think is reasonable. They've done a lot of hard work. They want to finish it just like we want it finished.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for your explanation as well, Mr. Goff.
All right, vote on your
I don't know if
iPad.
it was any- yep.
That passed unanimous, all 9. Approval of a $15,000 payment to the Livingston Parish Airport District to be allocated in the 2025 budget year for funding of the FAA study. They are going to the next phase of the study, from my understanding. I think there's 3 or 4 phases to this study, and then they'll be able to apply for their FAA certificate to be able to push forward with the once they get that, then once you get your FAA certificate, my understanding is that they will start receiving money from the different surrounding airports and ticket sales and everything else. So anybody got a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilman Goff. Councilman Shavers?
Yeah, I have a question. Didn't we give them $15,000 this year already? Additionally, besides we gave them $50,000. Originally, the agenda item was for $35,000, and Councilman Billy generously changed it to $50,000. So we've given them $65,000
No,
already.
we gave them the 50 for 2025.
So we're giving them an additional 15.
Yes.
So that's $65,000
Yes.
that we've given to the airport board, and not one member is here to explain why they need it, because it's my understanding
So-
that the $50,000 was for the study.
It was to do part of the study.
Not for it's my understanding, and I'm speaking again for the parish president, who wholeheartedly supports the airport. And, it's very beneficial for economic development, and the parish is really, they have moved mountains there. You know, they're ready to pour a runway. It's pretty exciting. So, you know, you as a council saw fit to give them $50,000 as our contribution to the airport. And then Ms. Taylor asked the president if he would support an additional $15,000 for the FAA study, which will provide enhancements to the airport to ask for federal funds. So you can't get FAA funding until
I understand
have this.
I understand why they're wanting it. I guess my issue with it is since 2018, we've given them $35,000 a year.
Yeah.
And it's like, at what point are we going, and I'm not speaking to you, Mickey, because you're just
Yeah,
here
I
explaining the
understand.
agenda
Yeah, I'm not
item,
taking it.
but it's frustrating that we're using local tax dollars to continue to pay for this airport. And again, I'm not against the airport, but we have to stop using local tax dollars of our residents to pay for this thing. If they want more money, I suggest they go to Air Products.
Well, and that's kind of uncalled for. I mean, this isn't an Air Products project. This is a Livingston Parish.
Well, I'm just
project.
saying, they're giving money to the parish. I mean, I don't
Well,
understand why we're
but-
using tax dollars to do it.
Well, I
Which
think-
it's neither here nor there. I'm sure it's going to pass tonight, but I just can't support continuing to give them money. And they drop something on the agenda, and there's nobody here to even speak for it, and they're asking
So-
us for money.
So, Ms. Taylor is out of town, so Mr. DeLatte said that he wholeheartedly supports the project. It is incumbent upon this parish to make sure that economic development comes here, and, you know, we always preach to take the taxes off of the rooftops, as Mr. Garfield says. You can't do that unless you have economic development. So, I mean, it's kind of a minor investment in the progress of moving to higher places. So,
And I just for the record, and I know you all guys are going to come to me, and this is why I don't need all that. I understand why we need the airport. It builds the economy. It's good for disaster recovery in the event of a disaster. I understand and get all that. I don't need the explanation of why we need the airport and why we need the funds. I just don't want it coming out of Livingston Parish tax dollars, which to me is ridiculous. But anyways.
All right. Councilman Coates.
Mr. Morris, I hate to call you up again. I just have a question.
yes, sir.
Once again, I would ask the same question I asked a moment ago about the expenditures. Do we have anything to show where our money has been going? Because if I remember that meeting correctly, when we gave them the money the last time, like I said, we went up almost double what they were asking. And we were assured during that meeting the taxpayers would be asked for no more money. And here we are a few months later being asked for more money.
So, Ms. Taylor has not, or Chairman Taylor has not asked me or provided me with any document. However, they are audited. And I remember her saying in some of those that, you know, the audit, basically this money covers, you know, the audit. And I mean, they have substantial expenditures that well exceed 50,000. I do not think they have payroll. I believe they do. The count or the commissioners actually do all this for free. So, and it's my opinion that they have been extremely frugal. I don't know how they've done what they've done, to be honest with you.
Right, and I appreciate everything
Yeah.
they've done, but when my constituents come and ask me questions about it, and, you know, I'd like to have to be able to show something
So those
or
are
at
readily,
least be able to explain
that
where they're
audit report
spending.
is readily available on the legislative auditor site, just like ours is for public funds to be accountable. So, I do think.
So they turn their funding over to the state? Is that what I'm understanding?
No, you have to, because they receive public funding, they are required to do an audit just like we are.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, those are not real cheap to do, So, if I recall correctly, Ms. Taylor said that most of that was, most of our money goes to paying for the audits.
Okay.
And, yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Erdy, are you going to call Mr. Mickey again?
Mickey, stand up here.
Mr. Mickey, I'm going to need you to just stand there. We're going to get you a stool real quick.
Look, I know we started off being asked of 35,000. They got granted 50,000, now 15,000. What happened with the $50,000? Can you give us a brief explanation where it went to? Kind of like
So-
what Dean said.
I cannot tell you where the 50,000 went.
That's what I'm curious about. Where
I
it went
can
to.
only tell you that what I've heard in the past is Ms. Taylor said that most of that money goes toward the audit.
If I may.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Go ahead.
Real quick, if I'm not mistaken, I remember when we went to 50,000, that was insurance. It was due at that time because you see we have a lot of asset there, and the parish has a lot of liability with that current construction and that property. So at that time, insurance was the reason it went to 50,000, I believe. So it's really to protect the parish and our assets, and that's what that was for. Now this 15 is for basically the finishing study to get funding from the FFA. We've come this close, y'all, to getting this thing done, and then let it generate its own revenue. It'd be a disaster to hold it up at this point. So I think it's a good idea.
Thank you. Councilman Mangus?
This is in the district that I represent, and I don't know if you've toured it lately, but they have done an incredible job so far. The 50,000 was part of insurance, you're right, but it was also to attain legal representation to make sure that they drew up the application for the FAA license. And once they have that FAA license, they can, all airports that serve basically our community around here, like New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Hammond, all that, they get a piece of money from tickets. You know, when you buy an airline ticket, so that will help them pay for their expenses. The minimum fine, if they dot an I wrong or cross a T wrong, the minimum fine with the FAA is $50,000. So they have to get that license, and they need to make sure that they do due diligence and do it correctly. If you're concerned about where money goes, they do have a board. Ms. Delia Taylor's in charge of that board. It is open to the public. You can attend it at any time. It is publicly audited, so it's available. But go see the facility. Go see what they've done. It would be an amazing addition. I know that I have fielded several calls from these FBOs, these businesses that want to flight-based operations that want to know when it's going to be available. So I will tell you that there's a need and a desire for it. 15,000 seems like a lot, but it's in the long, grand scheme of things, it's really not.
Councilman Goff?
I'll try to be short and sweet, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to be short and sweet. So everybody has interjected, and all those things are correct. What I did reach out to Ms. Taylor whenever I saw it was on the agenda, because I know it is controversial, because this facility sits out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody sees it. Nobody knows what activity is going on with it. So what I asked her to do is, when she comes back, because naturally they're going to ask for the $50,000 to be in the budget for next year, I asked her to do a video, audio kind of type thing and update everyone, because if you haven't been out there, all the retention ponds are done, the sod for the keep it from eroding is done, the runway's laid out, you can drive on it with no problem. So they are really, really close to actually putting concrete on the ground to do the runway. But the most important part for this 15,000 is the fact that it's going to get the FAA approval, which will stop or get the process underway for them to get their own funding. And it's their own funding for the next 18, 20 years as well. I know we've put 600-something thousand in it over 18 years, but I cannot imagine a better investment a catalyst. It's just another jewel for us in our parish that we will have that some of the other ones will not. So I just want to make sure everyone understood that I've requested her to bring a presentation to us with video, audio, everything with it, to bring not only us up to speed that have not been out to there and looked at it, but also the public as well, to bring them up to speed to what's going on. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sanford.
You asked her to create a presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When they get back from their trip and everything, and when they come back in January to do the.
So, okay, so I have a couple of questions.
Mhm.
Do you know, Mr. McMorris, you don't have, okay, I'm sorry. Do you know how much more they're gonna need? I don't,
So Ms. Taylor did ask me that she would be asking for 50 in a 26 and another 15,000 for the study.
are you saying 50 or 15?
50 plus 15 more, just like,
So $50,000 is in the budget for next year,
yes,
plus 15, so that's 65,000.
yes.
But we started at 35,000, and we added 15 onto it. I do understand from a business perspective for economic development in Livingston Parish that we need this. I am disappointed that the presentation is not being presented before we take the vote. I would like that. Would it be okay if we table this to the next meeting so that we can see that?
The presentation that I requested was for the 50,000. This is for the, we don't have to vote this in, but this is necessary for us to get to a point where we don't have to fund it at all. So this is for the, so I can't answer your question if delaying it is going to cause them any problems with the FAA and the study. I would think that it would. I would be willing to say that it is a requirement for us to have a presentation before we take a vote on any additional funding. I would say that would be a reasonable request out of the airport district, you know, because that's where the next 50 and then the next 15 for to finish up the FAA study.
I'm torn. I do want to support the 15 to finish out the FAA study. But everybody, tax is a 4-letter word in Livingston Parish right now. But it's a 4-letter word in Livingston Parish, meaning, and so.
That's love, right? LOVE, right? I'll just make it.
To reframe it into positive, okay. But I wasn't aware that we were going to put 50,000 in the budget for next year, so we went from 35,000 to 50,000 because we upped it 15. And I want to be supportive for the economic development. I just wish that I had more information. Thank you.
You good? You want to talk?
I'm okay with what you're saying, Ms. Sandifer. I think we should vote on it tonight, and then for the 2026 budget, we need that presentation, possibly a tour of the facility and all of that. I see it a lot because we ride the horses and we go back there, and it's really amazing. But a presentation is in order for the 2026 budget.
I need everybody to understand that economic development in Livingston Parish is the very thing that will bring our taxes down. I don't think that the public understands that, and I want to be accountable to the money. And so I go on public record to say that. I'm not really, I'm going to need a presentation and a question and answer session for the budget next year. But for the 15th for this year, thank you for letting me say that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, vote on your iPad. All right, that is 7 yeses, 2 noes, the noes being Councilman Shavers and Councilman Coates, the yeses being Councilman Watts, Councilman Taylor, Councilman Wascom, Councilwoman Sandiford, Councilman Mangus, Councilman Goff, and Councilman Erdy. All right. 13, Livingston Parish Grants Department, public hearing and adoption of LP ordinance number 25-29. Ms. Sandy, we read that by title.
Sir. This is proposed ordinance number 25-29. It's an ordinance to acquire a movable property for the parish of Livingston pursuant to the Flood Mitigation Assistance Program, project number EMT-2022-FM-003-0003- Livingston Parish, and the homeowner in question is named Juanita Hebert. The address in question is 8315 Arnold Road, Denham Springs, Louisiana.
All right, I'm going to open it up for public hearing. Has anybody here to speak for or against this? Close the public hearing. Do I have a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus,
I'll second it.
second by Councilwoman Sandiford. She put up her hand first. All right. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous. You have 9 yeses. Livingston Parish Department of Public Works. The following subdivisions have completed their 18-month maintenance period and have been inspected to be put into the parish maintenance system. Jubin Park 7th, except the roads, Jubin Park 7th, except roads and improvements into the parish maintenance system. And number 2, release $238,240.56 in a maintenance bond. You got anything?
That
You
is my
good?
request.
You're good?
Yes,
Is
sir.
ready to go? All right, do I have a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Waskins, second by Councilman Watts. All in favor say aye. Aye. That passed unanimous. All right, Whispering Springs 3rd, accept the roads and improvements into the parish maintenance system, release a $263,687.19 maintenance bond. Are you good with that, Ron? With that
Yes,
one?
sir.
All right. Motion? Motion by Councilman Coates, second by Councilman Shavers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passed unanimous. Any nays? I don't see any. All right. Got 9 yeses on that one. 15, Livingston Parish Planning. Oop.
You skipped one.
Let's see. Adopt a resolution to approve the acceptance of bond series road list for 2025. This is dealing with the bonds, right?
Yes, sir. These
Okay.
are the roads, I think they were in your packet. That was the list that was provided by the engineer after discussion with the council.
Everybody had the opportunity to meet with the engineering firm, and they got a copy of their list. Has everybody saw that list? All right. Need a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus, second by Councilman Watts. Vote on your iPad. That's 9 yeses. That passed unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
if I
Councilman.
may real quick, while Mr. Dugas is here. I got a text today of a stop sign. I'm gonna send you the address if you don't
Okay.
mind. Would you, it's at Willow Drive in Fairway View. It is tore slap up. Would you mind seeing about getting that replaced or
Willow Drive, where?
in Fairway View Drive
Gotcha.
in Denham Springs?
So it's already got a stop sign there. It's
Yes,
just-
one there, and
just-
I'm just looking at a picture of its tore slap
Okay.
up.
All right.
So,
We'll get it taken care of.
thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And do you need Mr. Mickey McMorris to come back up?
Thank you, Robert. I
All right.
appreciate it.
15, Livingston Parish Zoning Commission rezoning request. Case number 25-51, 24964 JW Hall Road, parcel number 0033902, 2 tracks R2 to R1. This came with an approval from the Planning Commission. There was 5 yeses, 3 absent, 1 abstain. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Councilman Watts, second by Councilman Shavers. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous. B. Case number 25-52, Taylor Ballard Road, parcel number 0601054, Ag to R1, Council District 1. This came with a approval from the zoning commission. I'll get to the next. There was 6 yeses and 3 absent. Is there a motion?
Make that motion.
Got a motion by Councilman Watts, second by Councilman Shavers. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous, 9 yeses. C, case number 2553, Buddy Ellis Road, parcel number 0253138, R2 to I2, Council District 7. This came with approval from a recommendation to approve. This is C through F, is not, if I'm not correct. So we'll do C through F, so I'll read the rest of the, I'll read all of them. Case number 25-53, Kelly Drive, parcel 0274571H from R3 to I1. Case number 25-53, Buddy Ellis Road, parcel number 0300340 from R3 to I2. And case number 25-53, Kelly Drive, parcel number 0274571G from C1 to I2. This is in Council District 7.
Yes, sir, I just would, there was a reading, I hate to say that, but just for our purposes, there was a reading error on one of those from R3 to, you said I1, and
I'm sorry.
all 4 to go to I2.
I2, I'm sorry.
And I'd like to make the motion that we approve that. And then,
Got a motion by Councilman Goff.
Just for the audience sake, explain the difference between I1 and I2.
Well, I ain't got my book with me.
Mr. Scooter? He better.
Best way to explain it is I2 is heavy industrial. I1 is light industrial. Heavy commercial, light industrial. Yeah. So
Sorry,
you
I
got to get
misspoke.
I2 to get to the heavy industrial. We don't want to.
All right, so we got a motion by Councilman Goff. Do we have a second? Second by Councilman Mangus. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous with 9 yeses. G, case number 25-55, 37515 Webb Road, parcel number 054067 from R1 to R1.5. This is Council District 2. It came with a recommendation to approve from the council, or from the planning department. That had, I don't see it on here. I don't see their recommendation sheet. There it is. 6 yeses, 3 absent. This is in Council District 2. Is there a motion? Got a motion by
Second.
Councilman Shavers,
Second.
second by Councilman Goff. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous. H, case number 25-56, Lucine Street, parcel number 0295170, 4 lots from R2 to R1.5, Council District 6. This came from the planning department, or the planning and zoning department, with a approval recommendation. Is there a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus, second by Councilman Watts. Vote on your iPad. That's 9 yeses. All right. Case I. Case number 25-57, Walker South Road, parcel number 050513 from R1 to C1, Council District 6. This came with a recommendation of approval. Is there a motion? Got a motion by Councilman Mangus, seconded by Councilman Wascom. Vote on your iPad. That can pass with 9 yeses, unanimous. Adopt a resolution to reduce the speed limit on Sarah Lane and Molly Drive located in Country Crossing subdivision in Council District 2 from 25 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour. Councilman Shavers.
Yeah, I make a motion.
Got a motion by Councilman Shavers. Got a second? Got a second by Councilman Watts. He threw up his hand first. Is anybody here to Watts? Anybody want to speak on this? No? All right. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous with 9 yeses. 17, adopt a resolution to authorize a variance of section 125-34, number 4, requirements for minor subdivision, subdivision of property for Clarence P. Allgood, who wishes to request a servitude reduction from 60 feet to 30 feet for the division of 3.26 acre tract into 2 tracts. Track 4A1, 2.157 acres, and track 4A2 into 1.11 acres located at 8900 Harris Road in Council District 5. Councilwoman Sanford.
I make a motion for a one-time, to authorize a one-time variance
I'll second it.
for servitude to be reduced to 30 feet.
All right. So we've got a motion by Councilwoman Sanford, second by Councilman Watts. Councilman Coates.
Just a quick question. Mr. Dugas. Do you foresee any problems with reducing the servitude in this area?
Well, I mean, as written, yes. Is it, what kind of servitude is it? So there's.
It's just a driveway.
I know what I'm saying is if it's a servitude of access, is it an all-purpose servitude? Is it, you know what I'm saying? So that's.
It's
kind of
just
the
to
word.
extend the driveway so he can get back to his
But it needs
mobile
to
home.
be on the plat map if the waiver would be for,
A variance,
or variance.
one-time variance.
The variance would be for access, not drainage, not you see what I'm saying?
Okay, do you want me to word it, access?
I would. Since
Okay,
it's a
so I'll amend
variance,
it.
because once you allow the variance, you don't want everybody going in that, you know what I'm saying? If it's for a driveway, then I would specify that it's for access only.
Okay, so let me restate the
You're going
motion.
to amend your motion?
Can I
you-
just pull it or amend it?
You can amend it.
All right, so I amend it to state access. Is that what you need?
Because you're giving access to the other property, but that does not allow utilities or drainage to be done in that. That's what I'm saying. So that's why you want to name it access.
Okay. Did I make the correct
Yeah.
parliamentary move?
So the parliamentary move would be a substitute motion to amend your motion for that.
You amend your motion, as long as Mr. Wascom has no concerns about it, he would second your motion as amended, and we'd go ahead and vote. It'd be fine. But the attorney's over there.
I'll second the motion as amended to
You'll
make it
second as
Thank you.
amended? Okay.
access
Makes-
only.
Makes life easy. All right. Vote on your iPad. Thank you, Mr. Dugas. That passed unanimous with 9 yeses. All right, board appointments and resignations. Appointment to the Fire District 4, Councilman Watts.
Yes, we're just going to reinstate Mr. Leslie Fawkes on that.
All right, so you want to reinstate Ms. Leslie what?
Fawkes.
Thoughts? And so that's a motion. Get a second. Yes.
Can we state what the term is?
What's her term?
It's a reappointment.
Oh, she's a
Two-year
reappointment?
reappointment that
Yeah.
will expire on January 1st, 2028,
So
for
her,
Mr. Leslie Fox.
so she'll expire
It's a
January?
man. It's a man.
Huh?
It's a man.
Oh, Mr.
Leslie Fox.
And what was the date?
His 2-year term will expire on January 1st, 2028.
All right, so his 2-year will be January 21st, 2028. All right, got a motion, second by
I'll second that.
Councilman Goff.
I'd fall fires with him.
Yep.
He's okay.
All right, vote on your iPad. That's 9 yeses, pass unanimous. B, accept the resignation of Ronnie Moores from the Carter Plantation Community Development District, Councilman Coates.
All right, Mr. Morris wants to step down from the position, and want to say thank you for his service. He's been a very community-involved gentleman his entire life, and excuse me, we will miss him on that board. So let's make a motion to accept the resignation.
Yes, Council, Ms. Sandy.
Can we please say that it was effective on October 31st, 2025? It was received in our office, and that's the effective date that he signed,
Yes,
to be put in the motion.
put in motion. All right, and so we got a motion by Councilman Coates, second by Councilman Erdy. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous. All right, appointment to the Carter Plantation Community Development Board, District, Councilman Coates.
All right, and I would like to nominate Mr. Jason Hawks to fill that spot. Spoke with him. I think he'd be a great asset to the board.
And what is the ending of his term, Ms. Sandy?
October the 9th, 2028. It's a 4-year term for Carter Plantation Community Development District. And the other 1, 2, 3, 4 other board members, they're all expired. Is there any way we can go ahead and renew those as well? If
Who
Councilman
has?
Coates- It's,
We'll do that for another
it's
minute.
Jason Ard, Maurice Welsh, Paul Butch Marshenko, and Mr. John Munninger.
All right, we'll do
So
that.
they
in the-
expired in 2024, and they need to be renewed for
Okay.
4 more years.
We'll do that at the next meeting.
Do you happen to
Got a
have-
motion?
Yes.
Second by Councilman Shavers. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous with 9 yeses. All right, adopt resolution to add the following roads to the priority list for consideration. Arlene Drive, Council District 2, Councilman Shavers, and Montrose North Drive, is that how you said? Montrose North Drive, Council District 6, Councilman Mangus. Councilwoman Sandiford, you'd like to add a couple?
I would like to add St. Marie Drive in Denham Springs, Carew Harris, and Fontenot Road in Denham Springs to the list.
All right.
You
Is there a
need
motion?
for those individually, or just?
All together.
I'll make a motion for all of them.
Got a motion for all of those by Councilman Shavers, second by Councilman Watts. All in, all right, go ahead and vote on your iPad. I was about
And
to
they're
do
added
it.
for consideration.
Yep, we're adding for consideration. That was 9 yeses. That was unanimous. All right. Addendum. So as I understand, addendum A2 for the executive session of Deer Run litigation from Attorney Irving has been pulled. So A1, consideration of proposed settlement of litigation with the 5th District Livingston Parish Concerned Citizens Association. Mr. Marty.
Good evening, lady and gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing well.
So I'm not here to ask for any money out of your budget. Just want to make that clear to start with. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are two cases that were filed sort of in connection with the Deer Run litigation by the 5th District Livingston Parish Concerned Citizens Association. Let me give you the docket numbers on those. One was C-179769 Division C, and the second one was 178205 Division A. Those two cases ran their course through the Deer Run litigation and sort of parallel, and we got to a point where they were ready to settle. You have the settlement agreement in your packet before you. It's been negotiated with the plaintiffs, and the original amount of the attorney fees was probably 3 times what is going to end up being paid to them, but they're in agreement to accept it. and resolve both of those cases, be done with that litigation, and the $49,000 that will be paid to the plaintiffs in that case came from insurance proceeds that Steve and I were successful in negotiating along with you guys, the leadership, with regard to some insurance that was out there, and we got $49,000, and it's sitting in the account, and it's going to use that money, which, you know, wasn't generated from taxes or anything else. It's just insurance money. So the plaintiffs are willing to accept it. The terms of the settlement are here. Glad to answer any questions, but it's not the payment of a judgment, which is you know, some path that you don't want to go down for lots of reasons. It is the settlement of the lawsuit, and so the injunctions and everything that were in place in those two lawsuits are going to be resolved.
So they agreed to this, and
It has been agreed, yes, it has been agreed by the plaintiffs in the
so we have to
case.
accept their agreement.
If you accept this agreement that's proposed here, then we'll finalize the settlement agreement with the signatures. Randy's on board, your parish president's on board with doing this. If you guys bless it, then we'll reach out to the plaintiffs and give them their check and get their you know, signature.
All right,
Put
do
it
we
in the court record and it'll be over with.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion, but the motion is to accept the settlement and to give the concerned citizens the $49,000 from the insurance.
And that's what the settlement agreement clearly
Okay.
says. I apologize for not,
So I'll
maybe I didn't
motion-
make that
I'll
clear.
make the
but-
motion.
All
Okay,
right.
thank
We
you.
got a motion by Councilwoman Sanford.
I'll second.
Got a second by Councilman Coates. Just because, is there anybody here to speak for or against this? No? All right. Vote on your iPad. That passed unanimous.
I just want to tell you, I saved you a much more detailed explanation from Mr. Irving since he wasn't here.
All right. All right. Finance Committee.
So before we move on to that, I would like to make one statement. I know she's not going to believe I'm making this statement, but if y'all remember correctly, when we first started this and we brought the possibility of the insurance as part of it, Ms. Bridget Rushin in the audience brought that up to our attention, and that kind of got that ball rolling. So I just want to give her a thank you that it saved the parish some dollars, and it definitely saved it out of the general fund. Finance Committee, you have in front of you the October financial statements. You can look that over at any time. If you have any questions, get with Ms. Gale. She can answer them.
Infrastructure Committee.
That's it. Infrastructure, nothing at this time. Thank you.
All right. Ordinance Committee.
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now. District Attorney's report.
Nothing to report.
Even better. All right. Councilman Wascom.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Councilman Coates. Councilman Shavers.
Nothing.
Councilman Erdy.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Councilman Watts.
Hey, you just get me.
Best for last.
The Parish Mile cranks up Friday night after Thanksgiving at the fairgrounds. It's something to see. I'd encourage everybody to go look at it.
The parish
The
lights.
Parish Mile, drive through Christmas lights. Yeah, it's over a mile.
Councilman Goff.
So I have one comment. I can't believe Mr. Dean didn't take the opportunity, and we do not need carbon capture in Lake Marpole. So, there you go.
All right.
Amen on that.
Go ahead.
I just want to say happy Thanksgiving as well. Also, just keep in your prayers. Andrea Bell is who works for the Mr. Delatin, the parish president. She's having some medical issues right now and could use your prayers.
All right. Save the best for last.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy blessed Thanksgiving to Livingston Parish.
And one final thing, I just have to say it. There's this massive American flag, and Walker, if you do not pass that thing every day that it's flying, and just think about it and feel blessed that that thing is in Livingston Parish in Walker. I was flying through here and I was like, look at Old Glory fly. It's beautiful. Yeah, you get goosebumps, and as a veteran for this country, I appreciate it more and more every time I see it. So, and with that being said, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Got a motion, got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.